Noah Bennett was taking a shortcut through the alley behind his apartment when he heard it. A small sound, like whimpering, coming from near the dumpster. He stopped, his instincts as a former social worker kicking in despite the fact that he left that job 6 months ago. Burned out and disillusioned, in the dim light of the street lamp, he saw her. A little girl, maybe 4 or 5 years old, wearing a dirty pink dress. She was digging through trash bags, pulling out what looked like a half-eaten sandwich. Her blonde hair was matted, and her small face was smudged with dirt. Noah's heart clenched. He approached slowly, not wanting to scare her. "Hey there," he said gently, crouching down to her level. "Are you okay?" The little girl looked up at him with wide, frightened blue eyes. She clutched the sandwich tighter, as if afraid he'd take it from her. "It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. My name is Noah. What's your name?" The girl was silent for a long moment, then whispered, "Lily." "Lily, that's a beautiful name. Are you hungry?" Lily nodded slowly, still wary. "I live right over there." Noah pointed to his building. "I have real food, fresh bread, cheese, juice. Would you like some?" "I'm not supposed to talk to strangers," Lily said in a small voice. "That's very smart. Your parents taught you well. Where are they now?" Lily's eyes filled with tears. "I don't know. I got lost. I can't find my way home." Noah felt a surge of protective anger. How could a child this young be alone on the streets? "How long have you been lost?" "I don't know. A long time. It's been dark lots of times. Days then." This little girl had been surviving on the streets for days. "Lily, I'm going to help you find your parents. But first, let's get you fed and cleaned up, okay? Then we'll call the police, and they'll help find your family." Lily hesitated, then nodded. Noah held out his hand, and she took it, her small fingers cold and trembling. In his apartment, Noah made Lily a sandwich and poured her a glass of milk. She ate ravenously, like she hadn't had a proper meal in days. While she ate, he called the police to report finding a lost child. "They'll be here in about 20 minutes, Noah said, after hanging up. "Lily, can you tell me anything about your parents? What they look like, where you live?" Lily thought hard. "Mommy has yellow hair like me, and we live in a big house with lots of rooms. And there's a lady who makes breakfast, a housekeeper." Lily nodded. "Mrs. Patterson. She's nice." Noah felt a chill run down his spine. A big house staff, a well-spoken little girl despite her circumstances. "Lily, what's your last name?" "Lily Rose Whitmore." Noah's blood ran cold. Whitmore. He grabbed his phone and searched for news. There it was, plastered across every headline. "Whitmore heiress still missing after 5 days, family offers $1 million reward." He stared at the photo in the news article. The same little girl sitting at his kitchen table. Clean and smiling in the photo was the daughter of billionaire tech mogul Richard Whitmore. She'd disappeared 5 days ago from a park, and the entire city had been searching for her. "Lily," Noah said carefully, "is your daddy named Richard?" Lily's face lit up. "Yes. You know my daddy?" "I know of him." "Lily, a lot of people have been looking for you. Your parents are very worried." "I want to go home," Lily said, her lip trembling. "I want my mommy and daddy, Lel." Very soon, the police arrived, followed quickly by FBI agents who'd been working the case. Within the hour, Noah's small apartment was filled with law enforcement. They verified Lily's identity and called the Whitmore family. Richard Whitmore arrived with his wife Catherine in less than 20 minutes, clearly having broken every speed limit. The moment they saw Lily, Catherine burst into tears and rushed forward, sweeping her daughter into her arms. "Lily. Oh, my baby, my baby." Catherine sobbed, holding her daughter tight. "We thought we'd lost you forever." Richard joined them, wrapping his arms around both his wife and daughter, his own face wet with tears. Thank God, you're safe." Lily clung to her parents, crying, "I got lost, Daddy. I tried to find you, but I didn't know where to go." After the emotional reunion, Richard turned to Noah, his eyes red, but filled with gratitude. "You found her? You saved my daughter." "I just did what anyone would do," Noah said. "No, not anyone. Most people would have walked past that alley. Most people wouldn't have stopped." Richard pulled out his phone. "I promised $1 million reward for information leading to Lily's safe return. That's yours." Noah shook his head. "I don't want a reward. I'm just glad she's safe." "Please," Catherine said, still holding Lily. "You don't understand what you've given us back. Let us do something. Anything." "Really? It's not necessary," Noah insisted. Over the next week, the Whitmore family reached out repeatedly. Noah politely declined the reward money each time. He'd done what he did because it was right, not for payment. But Richard Whitmore was persistent. 2 weeks after finding Lily, Noah answered a knock at his door to find Richard standing there alone. "Stow it more. I told you. I know. You don't want money, but please, let me come in. Just 5 minutes." Noah stepped aside, and Richard entered the modest apartment. "Mr. Bennett, I've done some research on you. I hope you don't mind. I wanted to know more about the man who saved my daughter." Noah shifted uncomfortably. "That feels invasive." "What?" "And I apologize. But I learned you used to be a social worker, that you spent 10 years working with vulnerable children, that you quit 6 months ago because the system broke your heart. Too many kids falling through the cracks, too few resources to help them all." Noah said nothing, his jaw tight. "I understand that frustration. The feeling of wanting to help, but being powerless to create real change." Richard leaned forward. "What if you didn't have to feel powerless anymore?" "What do you mean?" "I want to start a foundation, the Lily Whitmore Foundation for Missing and Vulnerable Children. I wanted to provide resources for finding missing kids, support for families, intervention programs for at-risk children, and I want you to run it." Noah stared at him. "Mr. Whitmore, you have the experience. You have the passion. And you've proven you actually care, not just about the reward or recognition, but about the children themselves. That's who I want leading this. Why are you really doing this?" "Because my daughter was missing for 5 days, and I now know what thousands of parents go through every year. Because Lily told me she met other homeless children while she was lost, kids who had no one looking for them. Because you saved my child, and now I want to help save others." Richard's voice broke. "Because I can't go back to my comfortable life pretending I don't know how many children are out there suffering." Noah felt something shift in his chest. "I don't know what to say." "Say yes. Help me build something that matters. Honor the compassion you showed my daughter by extending it to thousands of other children who need it." Noah thought about all the kids he'd worked with over the years, all the ones he'd wanted to help but couldn't because of budget constraints, bureaucratic red tape, insufficient resources. What if he could actually make a difference now? What if one moment of simple human decency could ripple out into something bigger? "Yes," Noah said. "I'll do it." 2 years later, the Lily Whitmore Foundation had helped locate over 300 missing children and provided support to thousands of vulnerable families. Noah stood at a fundraising gala, watching Lily, now 7, play with other children whose lives the foundation had touched. Richard joined him. "You know, that night in the alley, you gave me back everything. And somehow, you've turned it into something even bigger." "We turned it into something bigger," Noah corrected. "This is what happens when people actually care enough to act." Lily ran over, hugging Noah's legs. She did this every time she saw him, this child who'd once been frightened and alone in an alley. "Uncle Noah, there's a new girl here tonight. Her name is Maya. She was lost like me, but your foundation found her. She wants to meet you." Noah knelt down to Lily's level. "Then let's go meet her." As he walked across the room, hand in hand with Lily, Noah thought about that night 2 years ago. He'd been taking a shortcut through an alley, burned out and questioning whether individual actions could ever really matter. And he'd found a little girl digging through trash, holding a teddy bear and hoping someone would care. He'd cared. And that had changed everything. Sometimes the most important moments of our lives happen in the dirtiest places. Sometimes stopping when others walk by creates ripples that turn into waves. And sometimes a little girl eating a sandwich in your kitchen becomes the reason you remember why you wanted to help people in the first place. If this story touched your heart, please like and share it. Subscribe for more stories about compassion, second chances, and the power of caring. Leave a comment about a time when stopping to help someone changed your perspective. Your stories inspire us all.